Um. Okay, yeah, I see that. Test, test. I'm just gonna listen to myself. The stream sounds okay to me.
Does it sound
I
fine?
think. Yeah.
Okay. We're good to go. It's okay.
All right. Cool.
It's get.
Shoot me an invite to the lobby
Ready?
whenever it
Okay.
gets set up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
It's get.
Shoot me an invite to the lobby
Ready?
whenever it
Okay.
gets set up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's gonna echo for a second. Oh. It's the announcements.
Huh. Let me try. Maybe I should use it. Maybe I should use the stand mic if I'm gonna do this. Let me switch to that, and you tell me which one sounds better. Okay.
Alright.
Is that this? Okay. How do I sound with that?
Oh, that sounds way better, bro.
That sounds way better.
Oh, yeah,
All right, I'll
by
use
far.
that. All right. Yeah, I have the stand mic from last season of OKLCS, which we used to cast here. I'm not going to be casting the other one from here, so it's just sort of sitting around there doing nothing. So we'll use that for today.
Oh, yeah. It sounds beautiful. The other one was like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
Okay.
There's something like
Sounds
off,
good.
and I didn't know how to like describe it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, oops, I did not add everyone in that. Alright, I'm gonna throw in some music and then prep ourselves for this.
You're the superstar above me when the sun goes down. The one and only who can light this town. And when you're feeling like you're burning out, I will remind you that you're a superstar and you don't need a golden crown. 'Cause everybody needs a hero now. And when the weight is like £1,000,000, I'll stand behind you. 'Cause you're a superstar. You're the superstar and you don't need a golden crown. 'Cause everybody needs a hero now. And when the weight is like £1,000,000, I'll stand behind you.
All right, Alex, you there?
Yep, I'm ready.
He said they're waiting on somebody to. He said they're waiting on somebody to like log in or something. Because if they don't get everybody in the lobby at one time, it like bugs out or something right now. I don't know.
Oh, really?
So I'm like waiting.
Yeah, I know some people have been having difficulty getting into their custom game lobbies. I don't know exactly what the circumstances surrounding that are.
Yeah, I'm not fully sure either. But hopefully it fixes that. I'm gonna turn this music back up for the stream. We can just chill it out.
something building in the air. I can feel it, I can feel it. It's pressing down on me and I can barely breathe. Oh, can you feel it? And I'm surrounded everywhere. I can feel it, I can feel it. It's creeping up on me, but what I just can't see. Or say you feel it. I'm falling into this unknown. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? There's nothing I can do but to give in to the blame. And the bass kicks in, and the bass kicks in, and the bass kicks in. I can take it, and I lose control. I can shake it, can't fight it anymore. In this almighty road, I'm falling into this unknown. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? There's nothing I can do but to give in to the blame. And then the bass kicks in, and then the bass kicks in, and then the bass kicks in, and as the crowd begins to fade, it's left me breathless, left me helpless, wanting more. But just as quickly as it came, it disappears and I'm left lying on the floor. But I still feel it.
Right, pegboard nerds on a beat and give me one mic. One Asian, one Latin, and one white girl with a couple of bottles. Yeah, that's a fun night. Ha, yeah, we are one. When the club shuts down, nah, we ain't done. You can tell by the ink where we are from. Copenhagen to Vegas, we in a race with the sun, and you know I'm trying to win it. I push myself to the limit. A couple shots of Patron and a couple bottles of Guinness. We going harder to finish, finishing hard on the fittest, raising the toast to the sky, so rising up in the distance. And to my people all here for the same reason. When you hear the beat dropping, your heart's beating. Put the hands in the air and the girls screaming. And everybody in the clouds that never stop dreaming. Let's go.
We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. We be rocking to the sun. We be rocking to the sun. We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to the sun. We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to the sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some. We be rocking to that sun. What you call, get some.
The sunlight begins to fade now, and I feel like I'm losing time, but I don't know how I'm here. The sunlight has turned to gray, and I feel like I'm losing love again. I don't know how I'm here. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe, and it's you I'm loving. And I know now we're getting older. The world we built is slipping through our fingers. We're running out of time. But you are the one I've chosen, and I won't lay still, living left behind, imprisoned by this love. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. I could feel your heartbeat. I could feel somewhere you're looking down. 'Cause it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna breathe. And it's you I'm loving, and it's you that I wanna need.
Oh, baby, welcome to week 1, day 1 of League KC Diamond Capped. My name is AJ Eli Johnson, and with me is, what do you go by?
Hello, I am Alex HNA22. You might know me if you ever watch OKLCS streams. I cast for that too. Coming in here to fill in for League KC week 1, day 1. Let's see, what do we have today? We have the match between Team KC and CrimsonKC, two teams in the Diamond Cap division of League KC. Just about done setting up this lobby.
Yeah, I'd just like to apologize to everybody for our delay here. We have had some lobby issues where for some reason it would lock us out of inviting people. So unless you invited everyone in one big swoop, it would just kind of like crash, so...
Yeah, let's see. Looks like I think he has to patch in-game now. What is going on?
Man, I have no idea. Welcome. 8.2, baby.
Yeah, I guess with the most recent patch, which came out just last night, there were some changes to the client, because the client would be the thing that's causing these issues right now.
Right. And this probably isn't something that would come up on PBE or anything for them to notice, because this is just custom game creation, and not many people are probably making tournament draft games on PBE.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see. We have... This would be... Oh, goodness. Okay, it looks like it's CrimsonKC is on the red side, which would imply that Team KC on the blue side.
Yep, CrimsonKC starting on their namesake side. Perfect, actually.
Ah, yes. Excellent.
To help us figure out which one's which. But we do have a little bit of a roster switch up compared to what was on the website.
Having some substitutes play in for them in week number 1, assuming that some of their starting roster just not quite available for their week 1 match.
Mm-hmm. They were thrown together last second. They're a free agent team, so they're trying to do what they can to make sure they can play.
You're right. CrimsonKC is a team built up of free agents. Team KC is what did we say? They're the spiritual successor to a team that participated last season, correct?
That'd be Team KC. Yeah, CrimsonKC is our free agent team.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're just waiting on one more person to get into this lobby.
Yep.
On the side of CrimsonKC, I guess he is patching in game.
Yep, that would be Wally is gay. We're just gonna call him Wally for the rest of the stream. But yeah, he I guess something about his client not being able to patch. I don't know. He's trying to fix it all up. So welcome to day one of a patch. It's always like this.
Yeah. You always have these kinds of issues whenever you're trying to get 10 people all on the same page. You have issues with the client. Technical difficulties abound in these types of tournaments.
It's a part of the fun, in my opinion.
Yeah. You really can't even like schedule an event without anticipating these types of things.
Yeah.
You should just sort of assume that they're gonna happen at this point. Really, I feel like they have them all the time. Even when you watch LCS, you see these pauses for just random stuff. Reckless needs a new chair or something like that.
What was it? They had one for somebody. It was Kasing needed a pillow on his chair or something.
Yeah, something like that. Oh goodness.
No pause for anything, dude. I remember bathroom breaks were the hot topic last season.
Yeah. Hopefully we won't have any pauses once we finally get into the game. But and then it's gonna be even worse because we got to do all this again for game number 2.
Yeah, I think it'll be faster because I think now that I know I have to invite everybody in one foul swoop, and now that I know that I have to or that everybody's patched, I think and that everybody's here, I think it'll be faster.
Yeah. Oh goodness, we're almost there. We're just the one person, just the one.
Unlucky.
In any case, you're a little bit more familiar with LKC teams. Although, again, these are 2 kind of newer teams, so neither of us really have too much familiarity with them. But do you have any expectations for this game? Do you have any feelings about how this game's going to go?
Yeah, Team KC has been pretty hyped up. They were going to be joining our Platinum division until we had the split, where you could either join the OKLCS Plat division or they could move up to Diamond. So they decided to move up, and I know they've been practicing together for several months now, preparing for this. The moment that League KC ended for our last season, they instantly started putting together this squad for this upcoming season. So they've been waiting for this moment for a long time. So this little pause time that we've got going here is probably not helping their nerves at all.
Just building the anticipation.
Oh yeah, they're coming in this hot. As for CrimsonKC, like we said, it's just a big group of free agents. I know a few of them. I know the Spirit Bear used to cast for League KC a lot, and I do believe he's a jungle main, but I'm not 100% sure what roles everybody's playing. And then I know Wally is gay was a top laner who I believe peaked D2 or something like that.
Wow,
if it's the right person I can remember. And he played on Team Nova Star way back in the day for League KC.
Okay.
But he hasn't been playing the game as much, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I have to admit I'm not super familiar with the LKC players. I'm hoping to alleviate that as I start paying a lot more attention to LKC. I was familiar with a little bit because there were some teams in OKLCS that also played in League KC. Mm-hmm. I got a little bit of a chance to watch them play some. Obviously, that is no longer the case with LKC and OKLCS sort of squatting up together. You can no longer play on a team in both of those leagues. But that is all in anticipation of some of the collaborative events between League KC and the OKLCS, which should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty hyped for the Midwest Invitational. There's not been too many details posted about it yet, but I mean, it's got plenty of time to come, and just the thought of it being like an opportunity for some of these teams, I think is really exciting. And it's also really exciting for me as someone who hopes to participate in casting for it. So. Oh
yeah, definitely. And this is the chance. Like we have what is essentially the collaboration of LKC and OKLCS right now. Mm-hmm. We are an OKLCS caster, a League KC caster, working together right now. So
we're bringing it full circle.
Trying to fill the space but just before a game, so it's not awkward for people watching.
It's okay. I've done this once or twice. I'm sure you have as well. So. This is quite unfortunate. Though. I've actually never seen this happen. That it just like locks you out of inviting. That's super weird.
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah,
now,
you can't
and
click the button.
It's really strange.
Even if I join like a team, I can't click the button then either.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh man, I just hope that invite that he's sitting on until he finishes patching is gonna work
Oh yeah,
for
if
him.
that doesn't show up, I'm gonna be
Because
tilted.
if not, we're just gonna be.
I'm gonna be actually
That's
tilted.
gonna be tilting.
I'm going
New
to
feature this patch.
I'm going to actually hop on one of the teams and then I'm just gonna run it down mid.
Yeah, what we're gonna put in Wymul, just gonna fill in as a sub. Although technically, I don't think you can do that, right? Because aren't you on a team?
Oh yeah, I'm on an OKLCS team. I'm on a plat team.
Yeah. So technically, you can't. It's not allowed. But he's here. He's here. I just saw him.
Oh my!
Jump in
Oh my
there.
goodness!
There
We got
is.
it. We did it.
All right.
Whew.
So now then they're going to get themselves ordered up, and we can finally get into this game. Or into this champion select, and then sit through that, and then a 3-minute delay, and then we get into the game, of course.
Yeah, this should be pretty hype now that we're finally ready to play. This is, again, the second game of League KC that is being played today. There's another one on our twitch.tv/League KC. There's our gold capped, but you want to stay here because you got better casters here.
Yeah, definitely. Not to bag on any of the other casters for League KC. I don't know how they.
Oh, I'm
do.
100% bagging.
I'm
I'm
sure they do
100%
excellent
bagging on Lefty. It's fine.
job. I'm sure they do a great job. In any case, looks like we're ready to go. Whenever the teams are ready, we'll let Ro's the one who has the con, in case he didn't notice.
Oh yeah, they're all calling R. We got this. Whew. All right, so I'm pretty hyped to get in here. I've been watching a lot of NALCS, ULCS, LCK, LPL.
Oh, yeah.
I've been getting my head ready for this meta and getting really excited for all the picks that are coming out.
It's really hard to anticipate, though, because we just had a patch which actually significantly changes quite the meta. We're finally getting into Champion Select. We'll see what these teams are going to ban away. Janna is the first ban away on the side of Team KC away from Crimson KC. This is going to get really confusing. We're casting Team KC versus Crimson KC within LKC.
Yeah. It's one heck of a tongue twister. For me, I'm probably just gonna call them Team KC and then Crimson. That's probably the easiest way to keep it as bearable as possible, I guess.
Yeah, Malzahar going to be banned away. Makes a lot of sense there. I'm not sure the champion pools of these players, but there are 4 mid laners that sort of stand out above the rest right now. Malzahar, Zoe, Rise, I think is one of them, and then who is the last one?
Azir, baby.
Oh, that's right, it is Azir.
Oh, it's big old daddy Azir, the Emperor Shurima himself coming in hot. We do see a ban on the Nidalee towards Chimmy, it looks like. Not too big of a priority pick for most teams, so I'm going to assume that is a personal choice. That's just one of his things that he's good at.
Yeah, probably a targeted ban.
Yeah.
And then the Kha'Zix is also a targeted ban at the jungler, although Kha'Zix in general is just very good right now. They did nerf him recently. Got a little bit of a nerf onto that unseen threat passive, such that it's not, which is a big reason why Kha'Zix would be evolving the camo early on. So you just run in and get that big damage off of that with the Duskblade of Drakthar. Gangplank and Fiora banned away. I think I have to assume that Wally is gay. Those are his 2 big top laners in Season 7, the champions that he played way more than any other 2. But he will just go to the Camille, and Shyvana picked up for the Spirit Bearer.
Yeah, Camille's a really strong laner. If you take the Comet Mastery and you take Scorch, your level 1 to 3 is actually really impressive. Starting W and making sure to get the far hit on it that does more damage. And Shyvana's just a strong jungler that can power farm the jungle. As long as you have winning lanes, Shyvana's going to automatically outscale the other jungler. So it's just really potent in counter jungling and taking those early dragons. Poppy and
Shyvana
Shen, those are weird.
Farms the jungle really fast. Xayah, Poppy, and Shen. So I'm going to assume that it's Shen support. Shen is played in the support role a lot more often than you see him played in the top lane nowadays. Just because he abuses that Aftershock Mastery so well, the ultimate and the Spirit's Refuge to block auto attacks is really effective in the bottom lane.
Yo, I'm so hyped right now. Okay, so Caitlyn was locked in. I'm gonna take a little sidebar. Last night, LCK, I believe, yeah, it was Deft was playing Caitlyn, right? He would take Unsealed Spellbook Caitlyn, and then he could swap his heal to like TP and other things that he needed as the game was progressing. So I'm
Yeah.
really hyped to see if that's what they decide to do with that.
Yeah, the Unsealed Spellbook, most often seen on the AD carries Caitlyn and Sivir. Yeah, it allows you to swap out for that teleport later on in the match. Just early on so you can get to the lane faster and make sure you miss as little CS as possible on these scaling AD carries, as well as the fact that it just taking that keystone also reduces the cooldown of your summoner spells to begin with, allows you to get off more flashes in the course of this game.
Yeah, I've never seen it in any like games that we've scrimmed or anything, but I've seen it a bunch of professional play, so I'm hoping that's what they go for because I think it's really hyphy. I think it's really cool, and it's definitely a very interesting way to play the game.
Yeah, Morgana and Zoe band away on the side of Team KC, away from CrimsonKC. CrimsonKC proceeds to ban away 2 mid laners from the mid lane row, I'm assuming. They're going to pick up Thresh with their first rotation, so their bot lane will be locked in Caitlyn, Thresh to match up against Xayah and Shen.
Yeah, I'm really actually confused about these mid lane bans because, okay, there's one. Oriana's open, Azir's open, Ryze is open. There's several power picks that are still available when LeBlanc, Zoe, and Ahri are mid lane bans here. So
Yeah, I have to assume that those are targeted
right,
bans.
I would.
Probably champions that Row is just more comfortable on. So he will pick up the Oriana, always kind of just a safe pick. It's never going to be a bad pick in League of Legends just because of the nature of the champion. Are looking through a lot of different things, but it will be Syndra to be taken for the mid lane on the side of CrimsonKC.
Yeah, not a big fan of Syndra right now. She seems to be pretty weak when it comes down to just trying to fight people. It's because her level, until she's level like 5-6, she really doesn't stand a chance versus like any mid laner. Especially like her levels 1 to 4 specifically are extremely weak. You get out traded every single time. Obviously, you're still potent at level 6 because you have the single target burst and you're still a strong laner. But right now for Syndra, unless you just stomp your lane, you seem to feel extremely useless.
Yeah, it is really hard. A large part of that is because of how tanky a lot of the meta compositions seem to be right now.
Right.
Additionally, they added a lot of tools, just like what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of tools just to survive this magic damage burst.
Stopwatch was
And
not
actually-
good for her.
Yeah, definitely not. They actually pulled a switcheroo on us on the side of Team KC. We thought it was going to be Shen support, but the last second they locked in Karma, and that means that Shen will be going to the top lane, Poppy in the jungle, and then it will be Karma support.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm actually kind of happy that they did that. I don't know about this Poppy jungle, but the Shen matchup into Camille is pretty good. You can just survive
Yeah,
it out,
you
and you
can
have way
use
more
this-
team pressure.
Yeah, and if you can use the Spirit's Refuge at the correct time just to block off that precision protocol on Camille, then you can block quite a bit of her damage. The strange thing is that Poppy Jungle, like you were saying, Poppy Jungle is a thing, but it's basically only ever picked to counter engage like gap closers, most notably Zac. And Zac was not picked by CrimsonKC. And the thing is, you can't actually stop Shyvana's Dragon's Descent because it was given that classification of an unstoppable dash recently.
Yeah, I'm
Similar to Malphite.
I'm kind of scared. Okay, so but here's my issue. Poppy doesn't outfarm Shyvana, right?
Definitely
The-
not.
I don't. There's no way Poppy can duel Shyvana if they meet each other in the
No.
jungle. So Chimmy, the only way he's gonna make a big impact on this game is if he's just active as can be. I mean, ganking nonstop. And if these aren't successful, Shyvana is just gonna obliterate him.
Shyvana's gonna, run through the jungle,
Yeah.
farm it all up, and pull ahead of Poppy in levels, and that means that Chimmy's just gonna feel more and more useless as the game goes on. He's got to get an early lead in his lanes, and even then it might not be enough just due to the sheer speed of Shyvana's farming.
Yeah, that's a worry point for me. But going down, I'm not too sure. Caitlyn Thresh into Xayah Karma. I would think Xayah Karma would be fine. I mean, Caitlyn's known for her lane pressure and like being able to bully out in the lane just because of her range, but I don't see it being
Yeah,
too big of an issue.
Caitlyn will definitely see more success than she would last patch for sure, because you do have the ability to bully lanes thanks to the nerf to the ranged relic shield users. So it's not as effective to take relic shield ADCs. They nerf to the just sustain based lanes where you take the relic shield and the overheal and the fleet footwork and just sort of stand there and auto attack until you get back to full health every time you get poked down. Made Caitlyn very ineffective at doing what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see just how that lane plays out, because bot lane has never been my forte. That's actually my weakest point in the game. So I don't always know which one wins, and I'm surprised they didn't take the Xayah Rakan though, just because I know Xayah Rakan like absolutely rocks.
Yeah,
Anybody
Xayah Rakan, those two champions' individual effectiveness is magnified having both
Right.
of them in the same lane. However, I also think that Rakan is definitely weaker than a lot of other supports right now. Which is surprising to me why they didn't take some of those top tier supports right now, like Alistar or Braum. Both of them are super good and also are almost direct counters to Thresh.
Yeah, I think the fact that nobody took Braum is actually really big to me, because he is just a monster right now, and I think
Yeah, and
more of
Braum-
this is comfort than it is this is busted.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Braum actually just sort of makes Syndra really sad because you can block all of her ultimate with the Unbreakable.
Yeah, it would be actually if they taken Braum here to Syndra. Ooh, goodness,
Yeah,
yikes.
would not be a fun time. Did you switch the scene
Yep,
in the?
yep. I was just kind of waiting on it. I was kind of hoping to wait till we were in
Okay.
game. I was hoping to be faster, but
Gotcha.
we are waiting on Whopper no Mayo to connect. So he's coming. I believe in him. Overall, I like the Wombo combo too. Like Orianna, I haven't touched on it yet. The pressure that Orianna brings to the ball is really good. And if you ever get a big Orianna shockwave and then Xayah is able to follow it up really fast with ulti, you can Wombo super hard. So
Yeah, I think again, I still have my doubts about this Poppy jungle, but I do overall like Team KC's team composition more than that of CrimsonKC's. CrimsonKC's team composition is significantly more focused on just eliminating one person.
yeah.
Which is going to be hard when you have a Shen ult and Orianna shield and Karma shields
Yeah.
to just stop that person from dying. Like, what are you going to do? Camille is going to jump on that person. Siobhan is going to jump on that one person. Syndra is going to ult that one person. And they could potentially live through all of that.
And I mean, they do have
And
more. They
then
do have
what are you
plenty
gonna
of
do?
like, assuming they're not all grouped, they do have lots of ways to begin a fight and get that pick. I mean, they have the Camille stun, Syndra stun, Thresh hook. They have lots of ways to attempt to get that pick, but the question is just going to come down to, do they have the damage to actually do it? Sidebar: Caitlyn did not decide to take until Spellbook. She took Fleet Footwork.
Oh, that's interesting. Fleet footwork. Will they go with the Relic Shield start? Or will they go back to Doran's Shield and just take the Fleet footwork just for the strength of that keystone?
Honestly,
That's the question.
I don't know.
Oh, she started the Doran's Blade. So not anything like that. Ancient Coin on Thresh, and that's also a reason I don't particularly like Thresh. They just nerfed Relic Shield for ranged champions, which was intended to hurt AD carries taking Relic Shield, but incidentally, Thresh is also a ranged champion. So it kind of feels bad, man, to take Relic Shield on Thresh now.
Yeah, it's Thresh and Rakan that are the two weird ones, right? That are like technically ranged, even though they seem melee.
Yeah. Fortunately for Rakan, you didn't actually take Relic Shield on him, but to begin with, but it does really hurt Thresh. And we do have a pause right off the bat. It appears that Wally did disconnect from the game, is probably loading in at this time.
Yeah, really unlucky actually. We kind of expected these things. This is again week 1, day 1. These teams have not participated in this yet, so we're expecting some issues to come in. Hoping that it will smooth out as we continue on, but unfortunately, sometimes we just have to kind of deal with these things. As we're looking at the minimap real quickly, these teams are stacked up, right? You see all of Team KC ready to go in case the other team invades, and they were looking to invade. They've got a 4 stack, and even though Wally isn't there, they still might try.
Yeah. What? I don't know how I feel about longsword start on Zaya. Looks like a few of the players are
man.
actually DCing at this time. Longsword start on Zaya, so you will not have the bonus HP that the Doran's Blade offers you. It's gonna be a little bit harder to trade in lane, but if you're able to trade like evenly, all that considered, she will have the 2 extra health potions. I wonder how this is gonna go. I really, there's nothing I can expect here. I just have to see it happen.
Okay, something I've read about. Okay, so pure theory here. We're just gonna talk this one out while we have a little bit of time. Reading
Yeah,
this
of
thread
course.
on Reddit, right? I know it's Reddit, so I gotta take it with a grain of salt, no matter what it is. But it was a guy who was playing jungle, and he was taking Relic Shield on his tank junglers.
Yeah. I actually was just discussing this with some of my teammates.
Do you think
And
that's gonna be good?
I don't know. I know that I think Relic Shield, the final upgrade for it, is actually very gold efficient. And the fact that you're getting gold income whenever you come to a lane just to hit the minions, the Relic Shield into the Sightstone upgrade, which technically it's not an upgrade anymore. It automatically upgrades whenever you finish the quest. But getting that is actually extremely gold efficient, and it gives you more vision around the map.
Right.
So you don't have to go for the green smite. You can go for a combat smite like blue smite or red smite. The thing is, it's not slot efficient. Once you get to 5 items, you're gonna have to sell that and buy a real tank item, or else you're just worse off in terms of the stats you have on your champion. So if it depends on how much people value that extra bit of vision and that extra sort of spike in power once you upgrade that. But I do think that it's definitely a viable thing to do if you can make use of that vision.
But like you said, by the time you get to 5 items, you're gonna want to sell it for your last item because it's gonna be useless, or seem useless in comparison to like a Randuin's or something tanky, or something else entirely. But I think by the time you get to that point, that it would have made enough gold that is more than what it would have cost you to buy that plus. So. Yeah. I'm interested. I haven't actually got to try it yet. I've only played 1 game so far today, and I'm a mid laner, so I played mid. But I really do want to know if how good it actually is. Plus, it lets you tax without taking their minions, so you both get the minions.
Exactly.
My laners can't complain anymore.
And here's one other thing. I can't tell if this is the case or not. Actually, I'm gonna look it up before I say anything, so I don't look like an idiot when
Just say it. Just say it. You're too late.
Completely wrong. Let's see. No, I guess I was just going crazy. Okay, let me click on this and see if I'm wrong.
I'm waiting in anticipation. Here it comes, baby.
Huh. Okay, I guess it just feels weird, but I was wrong, so never mind. It's not a change that they made. One of the things they did do is that because the quest now upgrades the item to a Sightstone, it no longer gives the quest completion rewards, like the shield you got from Targon's, or the move speed boost you get from Ancient Core.
They removed the free ghost or whatever the heck you got from Frostfang, like because people would take Frostfang on Vladimir and you would like Q someone when it's done, and you would move super fast. The thing about that,
that's
gone.
Unfortunate.
The shield, it was like power shield or something. I forget what it's called, charge shield or something, where you like walk around with Targons, and it like
those are the things that you had to upgrade that into the final form in order to get those actives.
Oh, the Targons one, you didn't have to go all the way into face the mountain. You only had to get Targons.
Or are you talking about the passive shield or the active?
the shield where you walk around and you like like the shield that AD carries had, where they walked around with 500 shields.
Yeah, that was just the those are the quest completion.
Yeah, you only had to have Targons for that one. For the Frostfang one, you had to have the whole thing done, I believe.
Well, no. The Frostbang quest completion is the where every time you hit somebody
Yeah.
and you get the proc, you get a burst of move speed.
Did you have to have
The Frost-
Frost Fang done though, right? Or did you only have to have Frost
Yeah,
Queen?
you had to have Frostbang, but the Frost Queen's claim
That's the one
is
that
the
gives the
one where you
ghosts.
active and you throw out the
Yeah.
ghosts. Yeah.
I was thinking you had to have Frost Queens, but I guess I'm just off. I'm just used to building the whole
No.
thing because it's so gold efficient.
Oh yeah, definitely. Seems we're having some connection issues.
Yeah. Who's still the seed as Captain Jack Sparrow? Well, Matt.
I believe
It's Wally.
Wally and Crispy Botlaner I don't think has returned to us yet.
One of them reconnected. I'm not sure which one.
Let's see. I can check. Well,
It just says reconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda unfortunate. Speaking of which, I should move that text box so that it's not in everybody's way throughout the game. There we go. I'm not sure what else there's. You got anything else to talk about? I don't have any more points. 8.2.
You know, whenever I'm not used to having to fill too much pause time because we do replays
Right.
in OKLCS, and anytime we have those at our LANs, we're usually over there trying to fix the issue. So having one this long, I was expecting it to be like a couple minutes. It's been 7 minutes up to this point.
It's been a hot minute. All right, here's what we're gonna do, chat. We're going to get some nice music playing. Me and Adrian are gonna take a break, and when this one pauses, I'll just turn it down and we'll start back up. So, GLHF, dude.
Enjoy the silence in the rain. When all my troubles wash away and bring me peace and still my pain, and have me live to another day.
All right, dude. No problem.